Hi, this is Adam again, reviewing every party before the state election. Now, I've been going over the list so far, which looks something like this. Now, the first party I reviewed was the Animal Justice Party, and I was sure they were going to be very near the bottom. But they're still sitting second, which says a lot about the other parties that I've reviewed. So I want to introduce a new colour code to separate the parties that I would vote for and I wouldn't vote for. And it looks something like this. So hopefully we can get a second blue party on the list. Not sure how soon that's going to come because the next party up is Rise Up Australia. Now, I've reviewed some pretty specific agenda parties, like the Cyclist Party, they're all for cyclists. People Power, they're all against smart meters. And the first time I saw the title Rise Up Australia, I thought maybe these are one of those specific agenda parties and they're all about erectile dysfunction. But the real truth is much sadder. I don't think these guys are very tech savvy. Their website looks like my mum made it. Now, because these guys tackle so many policies, they do hit a few winners. Like they want to tackle depression, they're for the NBN, they're against animal cruelty. But now let's have a look at some of their other policies. Now, the thing that these guys are biggest on is their policy on multiculturalism. These guys want to ban multiculturalism. Now, I should point out the leader of this party is a Sri Lankan-born man, but what they will explain to you is that they're for multi-ethnicity, but against multiculture. So if you immigrate to Australia from another country, you just have to abandon all culture from your birth country. Now, they say they want to ban multiculturalism, but they only ever use it to be anti-Islam. Now, I don't think they understand that culture isn't just a religion. You ever had Chinese food? That comes from another culture. In fact, if you're about being all Australian and you want to ban multiculturalism, you better be ready to eat damper and Vegemite for the rest of your life. RUAP, acronym Rise Up Australia Party. RUAP's views on global warming have long been known. It doesn't exist! They are against same-sex marriage. Rise Up Australia affirms the basic human right for a child to have both male and female as his or her parents. What if that child is birthed to a single mother, you idiots? We're opposed to policies that would encourage same-sex parenting or the deliberate formation of single-parent families, including government-funded fertility treatments for single mothers/fathers. Is there fertility treatment for single fathers? Yeah, just stand still, John. We're going to inject you with a womb. They got a whole policy section on burqa/face veil. They're not really fans. What a surprise. In fact, I heard today that Jackie Lambie just quit the Palmer United Party. I think she's got a new party she can turn to. Okay, now this is probably my favourite one. They have a policy on rebellion. I'll read out some of my favourite bits. Quote, "Rebellion takes many forms. It can start with a child in the home disobeying his parents, to a university student protesting against ... everything." Protesting against everything then links to an article written by Andrew Bolt, where he talks about a bunch of uni students holding a protest during an episode of Q&A. Q&A isn't everything. In fact, it's only 1/13 of the alphabet. Come on, that was pretty good. Now, the scariest thing about this party is actually their leader. But why should I give him an introduction when Lee Sales can do it?
A new political party has set its sights on this year's federal election, and its policies are turning heads. The Rise Up Australia Party is the brainchild of Christian preacher Daniel Nalaya. He's anti-Islamic, claims to have raised people from the dead, and once blamed the Black Saturday bushfires on Victoria's abortion laws. Today, he launched his new party with help from renowned climate change skeptic Lord Monckton.
If you don't know who Lord Monckton is, he looks like me in 40 years. Here's a few short clips of the leader of their party addressing you, the public.
So I am against multiculturalism.
That's right, this guy is so Australian, he needs 2 Australian flags behind him.
And someone once told me, they said, "You're really against Islam." Yes, I am. Because its teachings is not good for us. Am I against Muslims? No, I'm not.
Alright, you can still be a Muslim, but only if you abandon Islam. Alright, now get ready for the best anti-Islam analogy you will ever see.
I love the Muslims. Do I love the Germans? Yes, I do. Do I agree with Nazi ideology? I don't.
I think my brain just imploded. I've left the link for this video as well. If you know any Germans, please send it to them. Time to put them on the list. Now, I thought I wasn't going to rank anyone lower than the Australian Christians, but this party's leader is clearly a nutcase, which is why Rise Up Australia are ranked last.